As of the first week of this May 2023, the bad news came in that Yellowstone will end after the second part of Season 5 broke the hearts of fans around the world. Honestly, we love John Dutton, but also, who can forget the power couple Beth and Rip?
Looks like an O-ring. I don't need presents, Beth. Just you.
Well, that's what it means. It means that I'm yours.
They have gone through so much. We saw them fighting against all odds. Actually, we witnessed how Sheridan masterfully crafted the love story of this wild couple. But have you ever wondered what will happen to them after the end of Yellowstone Season 5? Well, saddle up your horses, cowboy, because in this video, we're going to talk about the possibilities, yes, with S on it, and what might happen to Beth Dutton and Rip after the end of Yellowstone. We are also going to deliver right in front of you the latest and hottest news about Yellowstone that you don't want to miss. From Costner's demand to his character's demise, to the newly announced sequel that has Yellowstone in its title, we are not going to leave any stone unturned. So, please let us introduce you to what happens to Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler now that Yellowstone is calling it quits. The drama behind the drama. The New York Post and pop culture say that Kevin Costner and Taylor Sheridan, the big shots behind Yellowstone, are having a bit of a tiff while trying to wrap up the so-called last season. From messy schedules to big heads, it seems like these two need to buckle down and sort things out. I mean, come on guys, let's get it together. Costner wants to work in January to finish the second part of Season 5, but Sheridan's not even got a script ready for the gang. Why? Well, word on the street is he wasn't sure if Costner was going to show up to film or not. But hold your horses. Remember back in February when we hinted that Yellowstone was heading for its final roundup with Season 5 because this could be the last hurrah for Kevin Costner as our rugged cowboy John Dutton, and a sequel was brewing in the Paramount corral? Well, saddle up folks, because it's official now. Some fans are blaming it on Costner's new Western epic Horizon that keeps him too busy to continue playing the Montana Ranch patriarch. After 5 seasons of pure unadulterated drama, it looks like the sun's setting on our beloved Yellowstone. Paramount's pulling the plug as they announced just this Friday. After the second half of this season wraps up, the ranching saga we all know and love is riding off into the sunset this fall. And with the last round of Yellowstone episodes set to roll in August, it's still up in the air whether Costner will be back in the saddle, but the final 6 episodes will be set to roll out in November. And after Halloween with the second half of Season 5. Yellowstone sequel's already cooking, and we could be feasting on it this coming December. Hey wait, here's the $1 million question. Who's going to saddle up for this new ride? Well, with Costner and Sheridan at loggerheads, the rest of the gang's left in a pickle. Everyone's dying to know where Kelly Reilly, our fiery Beth Dutton, and Cole Haza, the toughest nails Rip Wheeler, will end up.
I could do this. I could live here and never see another person in my whole life except you.
But one thing's for sure, our guts say that they will be in this upcoming sequel, because it needs big stars to start up the new engine. So you can expect some of the characters from the ranch to light up the new show. And Matthew McConaughey could be stepping into Costner's cowboy boots as the new lead. This sequel is the very first show in the Yellowstone universe to carry the family brand. It will first hit the Paramount network, home of Yellowstone, before riding over to Paramount Plus. While we wait, we've got the Dutton family's history unfolding in 1883 and 1923, with 1923 set to return for another season. Plus, the real-life story of the first black deputy U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi, Lawman Bass Reeves, is filming over in North Texas, with David Oyelowo taking the lead. Amid all this uncertainty and a writer's strike to boot, it's not clear if all scripts for the remaining Yellowstone episodes are ready to roll, or if Sheridan's got his pen to paper for the sequel series. So keep your cowboy boots on, folks, because those premiere dates might just change. But despite the dust clouds, excitement is in the air. As director and executive producer Stephen Kay puts it, Taylor Sheridan is in Texas spinning hay into gold, and we're hoping we'll do it soon. Now, the big question on everyone's mind is, will this new McConaughey-led series saddle up at the Dutton Ranch in Montana, or will we be riding into new territory? And which of the Yellowstone stars will join the spin-off series? Well, we hear a couple of them have received offers, but we reckon the final cast list won't be inked till Sheridan finishes his writing. Costner's John Dutton has sure faced his fair share of battles, from dodging hitmen to dealing with land-grabbing real estate developers. And as Season 5 wraps up, it seems family feuds are the latest threat to the Dutton Ranch. As the Dutton saga continues, we're thrilled to bring this new journey to audiences around the world. says David Glazer, CEO of 101 Studios. So while we bid a fond farewell to Yellowstone, let's dust off our boots, tip our cowboy hats, and get ready for a whole new adventure. But hey, you know what? You won't believe this, so keep watching. What will happen to the love story of Beth and Rip? First off, we've got our classic fairy tale ending. Picture Beth and Rip, after surviving a storm of trials and tribulations, finally find their calm. They're not hitched, but who cares? Love knows no boundaries, right? Their friends and family, they're all in, giving them a big thumbs up. This ending shines a spotlight on their love, proving that it is as tough as old boots. Now, how about a twist of fate that'll have you reaching for your tissues? Maybe one of them will die and the one left behind carries their love story like a torch, adding layers of emotion and depth to their character. Or maybe, just maybe, they decide to go their separate ways. You see, Beth and Rip, they've got love as fiery as a prairie wildfire, but it's not always rainbows and sunshine. They chose different paths, but their love story? It's not in vain. It sparks a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It's a bittersweet ending, a gentle reminder that love, even when it doesn't last, can leave a lasting mark. Hey, who doesn't love a good plot twist? So here's one for you. Out of the blue, a curveball from Beth and Rip's past comes a-knocking, steering their relationship onto an unexpected path. How about this, for example? The secret of the aborted child of Beth and Rip in their teenage years will reach Rip. What do you think is the reaction of Rip to Beth's secret? Leave what you think in the comments section below. Before we part ways, here's a bonus one for you. Costner will never return to Yellowstone until he agreed how John Dutton dies. Well, according to a recent report, our very own John Dutton, Kevin Costner, won't agree to return for the second half of Season 5 unless he's happy with how his character meets his end. Yep, Costner wants to be comfortable with how John Dutton's story comes to a close. And if the rumors are true, John Dutton might be meeting his maker pretty early in the second half of Season 5, leaving the rest of the episodes to deal with the fallout. Now, we all know that Yellowstone is saddling up for its last ride with these episodes, and a new, untitled sequel is set to hit our screens in December. But Friday's big announcement didn't say whether Costner's going to be back in the saddle for the second half of Season 5. The co-creator and the writer of Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, was working on the scripts for the end of Season 5 before the Hollywood writers' strike. And he's been keeping things flexible, making sure the scripts can handle any level of Costner involvement, or lack thereof. What do you think about the upcoming second half of Season 5? Are you one of the fans out there believing that without Costner, Yellowstone will fall like a shooting star? Do you think that Costner will really leave Yellowstone despite his eye-popping salary of $1.3 million per episode of Season 5? And what do you think will happen to Jamie and Beth now that they are at each other's throats? We want to hear your opinion, cowboy. Leave your comment down below and let's keep lassoing this conversation.